Hi, I'm Linda Augsburg, Editorial Content Chief for American Patchwork and Quilting. And in this Show Me How video, brought to you by Baby Lock and the Crescendo Machine, I'm going to show you how to make this patriotic table runner. Now the great thing about this runner is that you can use any type of fabric, of course, but it uses 5-inch squares and 2.5-inch strips for almost all of the top and of course the binding. So it's really easy to put it together with leftover fabric from another project or to make multiples using one pack of 5-inch squares and one pack of 2.5-inch strips. Let's get started. To make this runner, you'll need 9 5-inch squares. You'll need 3 2.5-inch strips by 42-inch strips of fabric in one color and 1 2.5-inch strip by 42-inch strip for another color. Then for the binding, you'll need 3 2.5-inch by 42-inch strips. For the backing, you'll need 5/8 of a yard, 42 wide of course, and then for your batting, you're going to need a 20 by 38-inch piece of batting. You might also want to have some spray adhesive if you want to adhere the batting to the backing fabric, just to make your quilt as you go process a little easier. From the red and ivory 2.5-inch strips, you're going to cut a 14-inch length, and you're going to cut 2 of those from each strip. Your squares are already cut to the size that they need to be because you're going to start with 5-inch squares. Now you're going to arrange those 9 5-inch squares and your 8 strips in an arrangement that you like. You're going to start at the end with a strip, do a set of 3 squares, then 3 strips, then 3 squares, and continue until you've used all your pieces. Next, you're going to layer your 20 by 38-inch piece of batting on top of your backing fabric with its wrong side toward the batting. And then you're going to mark the center mark, both horizontally and vertically, of your batting. To sew the pieces together, I'm going to sew my 3 5-inch squares together in their sets as I had them arranged and press all the seams toward the darker fabric. Then, for the center 3-piece strip, I'm going to fold both the long ways and the short ways and just finger press those folds. Then I'm going to line up those folds with the lines on my batting because this is the center strip. So once I have that in place, I know that's going to be the center of my runner. Next, I'm going to take one of the 2.5 by 14-inch strips, again remembering my order. I'm going to lay that down right sides together and I'm going to sew through all the layers with a 1/4 inch seam. So I put the walking foot on my machine and I've also set the guideline, and that guideline is a little red light that just helps me know that I'm 1/4 inch away from the edge of the fabric, because my walking foot of course doesn't have a 1/4 inch mark on it. It's going to help me keep everything lined up while I quilt. Now I'm going to flip that 2.5-inch strip back and finger press it, or if you've got your iron handy, you can press that seam. Then you're going to put the next strip of fabric right side down on top of the previous strip. And again, just sew a 1/4 inch seam along that edge, quilting through all the layers at the same time that you're sewing the seam. Once you've got all the strips and 3 block rows added to this direction, you can go and do the other direction as well. Then you're going to trim the batting and the backing, even with your edges, and add your binding. The great part about this runner is it's already quilted. Now once you've got it bound, you're ready to put it on your table. Thanks so much for joining us for this video. Again, for the instructions, go to allpeoplequilt.com/showmehow table runner.